Hi, my name is Marty Plecky. Today we're going to talk about an e-bike battery that was intermittent. My brother asked me to take a look at it. He said that he would be riding with this battery and it would be running just fine, and then all of a sudden he had to pedal real hard because the battery went bad. And then a little while further, the battery would come back online and the bike would work. This is it. It's an e-bike battery. I've taken the end off and pulled out a bunch of the bedding material that uh, keeps the battery in place and keeps the electronics here in place. And we're just going to take a quick look at what I found so far. This is the charging end of this battery pack. And I just took it apart, took all the white bedding out, and took a look around in there. Here's a fuse. The fuse was okay. All the electronic components look good. There was no corrosion. There was a little bit of close contact between these, but there's no wires exposed, so I don't think that was a problem either. This is the BMS. It makes sure that all the parallel batteries within this battery pack are charging at the same rate. I checked all these connections here. All the batteries check at 4.06 or 4.07 volts, except the third one in line. I'll show you that in a minute. When I first took it apart, I pressed this button right here, and that turns on a blue LED if all the connections and all the batteries are made and in the right voltage range. Well, as I was poking around in there, when I pressed this button, the blue light did not come on. So when I took this off or unplugged it from the BMS and plugged it back in, immediately this light was able to be turned on and stayed on. Well, when the light's off, these two terminals right here, this one and this one, go directly to the output of this battery pack. And when that light turns on, there's 40 volts, or when it's fully charged, it's about 42 volts coming out of it, or available at those two terminals. When that light does not turn on, there is no voltage at those two terminals. So my guess is that there's either a intermittent open circuit in this collection of pins, or the low voltage on the third parallel set of batteries is low enough that it turns this BMS off and stops voltage from coming out of this battery. So I'm going to charge that battery pack to 4.06 and give it back to my brother and see if it actually works. I have a couple of safety pins on the end of alligator clips so that I can test the voltage at these spots, because it's so small. So here's the first set of parallel batteries. Here's the second set, 4.07. Here's the third set, 3.88. So that's the one that I'm going to charge. And all the rest of these just fall in line. I charged this third parallel cell of batteries up to about 4.23 volts. And over a couple hours, it started to drop off and eventually got down to about 4.13 last night. But over the entire nighttime until this morning, it only dropped to 4.05. So I'm thinking that this thing is going to work okay once I plug these connectors together and put it all back. I'll give it to my brother and see how he does, but my guess is everything is going to be just fine. The plug is connected. The protective strips right here and on the back are back in place. The BMS, battery management system, is back in place. I'm going to test this to see if the blue light comes on. Yep, I think we're okay here. If you get something from this video, be sure to click the like button, and it would be great if you subscribe. Not many people subscribe or like, really. It's less than 1%. So why don't you be one of the few people that actually clicks the like button? And if you want to be alerted for my next video, click the subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything, and if you don't like what you see on my channel, you can unsubscribe with another click of the button. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.